Hello and welcome back to the Troy Mythos campaign where we are playing as Ithaca. I'm the heir of Carthage, been leading you through this one. If you all missed it, we actually streamed this campaign live this last Tuesday. I do keep all of these in a playlist. Just go to my channel, find the playlist, it'll be there and you can watch all of them. And I appreciate the continued support that we're receiving for this campaign. People are having a lot of fun with it. I don't want to spoil anything that happened on the last episode, just in case you haven't seen it yet. So you may, if you didn't see it, you're probably going to be wondering what's going on right here with this siege. But I'm, again, not going to explain it here. If you haven't seen the last episode, go check it out, because I don't want to spoil anything here. I am actually going to retreat away from this. And if you go watch the last episode, you'll understand why. In fact, I'm going to do a few things different. I've been thinking about this since the last time I played, and I've got some ideas on things to do different. But before I do, again, for those who are continuing to support with comments and interactions, please do so. I hate asking you for this, but I have to. It's just the way the stupid algorithm works. But I do not hate reading your comments. And of course, if you ever get to the end of one of these and you like it, feel free to click the like button. Just, that way YouTube knows that the video was good. But yeah, if you want to comment, I do need your help with something. I could use your help down in the comments. Go down and tell me which mythological creature you want me to pursue, whether it's the Cerberus, the Hydra, or the Griffin. I need to know which one you want me to pursue, because we need to go hunt one down. And I will count up the comments and all the upvotes on the comments and stuff like that, and I will tell you all who wins. So please get down there in the comments and help me pick a mythological creature to pursue. I do not know where Corinth came from here. They must have just sailed an army all around me. This is most likely unwinnable, and it's an absolute mess. Yeah, this is a mess. There's really no way to win this. So I'm gonna lose precious bronze supply here. I'm not going to fight that. We're just outnumbered in every regard. I don't have a way to gain an advantage there. Fine, I can fight in a choke point. It won't matter. We'll just get outweighed, and they'll just bury us in javelins and other stuff like that. I'm not going to take any barters right now, so get off of it. Sparta's declaring war on Knossos, so okay. So we're running negative on bronze. Not a big deal, though, because we have a lot to spare right now. Here's what I need to do. I need to get Odysseus down here to help with all these goofy wars that are going on. There's currently no further wars up here. And so I'm going to force march and get Odysseus. You can see there's some nonsense shenanigans going on over here. And then I'm going to need an army to go retake Hyri, which is going to be this army. I was busy recruiting some trashy units into it. Now this army is going to have to sail off and head back to Ithaca. So this is frustrating. Gonna have to sail off back down here, recruit a couple of units, and then make our way down to Hyri. So that's gonna waste the time of an army for multiple turns when I really could use it elsewhere. Let's see. I'm going to take this army, which was stuck in that siege, and I want to do some scouting over here real quick. Yeah, there's Oilius. I've been wanting some revenge on Oilius. I'm going to come take revenge on him. If y'all didn't see the last episode, you wouldn't understand why I want this revenge, but I'm going to go get revenge on Oilius here. I want to beat down his faction and either annihilate them or force them into peace. I need to reduce the number of wars I have going until I can clean up a few situations, and then we can continue the wars. But that situation we've got where we lost a province back home needs to be dealt with. Those small armies that are behind me, that needs to be dealt with. We got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to set up here in an envelopment. Actually, I want a wider envelopment. So I'm going to I will go ahead and just deploy right here to start discharging javelins, but then I'm going to fall back into a wider envelopment with my troops over here, and you all see what I mean. I'm going to put my Warriors of Artemis over here. These are new units we picked up, and the Warriors of Artemis can debuff morale a lot. And it's very, very helpful. Oops. Need my Harpies and Fiends. Everybody line up here. Let's start the battle. Run our key and slingers. Other units up here. Let's bring our lord. The AI has deployed quite a ways back from me. Are they going to come at me, or are they going to be content to camp? I don't really know. Let's wait and see while I move up my units that couldn't Vanguard deploy. Got some really nice positions, and I'd kind of like to see if the AI would be foolish enough to attack me. It looks like they might be. They're sending Oileus straight up, so this greasy snake salesman here coming up to face me alone. No doubt most of that grease is in his hair. Alright, so I don't know what he is thinking. He's about to take some shots here. Alright, Warriors of Artemis are already debuffing some units. Nice. I'll be more specific with them when the time comes, but see how they're coming at me here? This is exactly what I wanted, so I'm going to spread out into a wider enveloping formation here where the enemy won't be able to actually maneuver, but I will be able to outmaneuver them. Keep some fire going there, so this is going well so far. Everything's going perfectly fine. These light swordsmen are going to get absolutely shredded by javelins. Oilius is going to get overextended here. I'm going to let him take a javelin volley or two here. Oh yeah. Yep. He's done. I love the precursor javelins that my faction has. I got some bowmen on my Warriors of Artemis. I'm going to turn and fire.
Has no more ammunition.
It's pretty awesome. If we've gotten to expend all of our javelins already, that means the enemy's taking heavy damage. Keep pushing forward, countercharge these light swords. Our Warriors of Artemis, I told them to turn and fire at these bows, and they didn't, so it's nice of them. You know, you could sit here and die, or you could return fire. Either way. I don't want my Warriors of Artemis dead. They're important units. Alright, this main fight up front. No big deal so far. The enemy's just kind of funneling into a bottleneck. Oileus came back from routing, being the sneaky snake oil salesman that he is. Alright, I'm not going to lose my Warriors of Artemis because I'm about to countercharge. I'm going to now turn these warriors and start lobbing arrows into this melee so that we can demoralize the enemy there. I got rid of their bows, so now I'm going to go get the rest of their bows. Now let's come over here. This hasn't been much of a worry for me. Now I'm going to charge in here and just let these guys have it. And my Harpies should be able to easily make short work of any of their skirmish units back here. Any light unit, really. Whether it's skirmisher or not.
Your warriors have been routed.
But the lower the melee capability of said unit, the better. So this is interesting over here. I have units being routed somehow. I told, and I think you all remember it, I told my Warriors of Artemis to shoot into this melee. And when I turned, they were facing something else. So maybe a unit routed. But yeah, Oilius is trying to pull one of his sneaky, snaky things here. And managed to get his guys out of this alive. That's what he does best. Alright, so my Harpies are cleaning up archers. Just routed another unit. I'm going to swing back this way. Got more archers. Oileus and his troops are losing morale thanks to my Warriors of Artemis. Warriors of Artemis are a very powerful tool in regulating enemy morale.
Let's see blood.
You can see how much difference they make. Units keep routing when I keep shooting them with the Warriors. So these are a very helpful bow unit. It's a -10 melee debuff whenever their arrows land on an enemy unit. Harpies are going to get a quick charge on these bowmen. And we're going to move this way. This melee blob is easily working in our favor. Really no concern here. Hate how slow your lord gains rage points, even though he's just firmly planted right in the middle of a giant melee blob. and he's a melee hero. Like, shouldn't this increase his rage rather rapidly? I don't know. Maybe I've got it all wrong here. Anyway, Oileus is defeated, and our vengeance is at hand. So I'm going to focus, like I said, on destroying his faction. We may get counterattacked by some of these others around here, but it's fine. Eventually, we're going to get some help from Odysseus. I think the key here is try not to overextend. We're going to try to minimize some of the wars around here with these factions. So I'll look at the diplomacy screen. Now, diplomacy in this game, and any Total War game, is somewhat hopeless as a general rule, meaning despite all the shiny new features and stuff they add to it, like new buttons and things to make it a little more understandable, all these things they do, and those are nice changes, right? I'm not arguing against them making these changes. At the heart of it, though, you all have seen it as you watch me play this campaign. The AI just will sometimes demand utterly and absolutely irrational, diplomatic agreements. Like, the amount of resources it will take to convince them to do something that they should be interested in, you know, or just so on and so forth. Stuff like that. It's utterly and absolutely ridiculous. You can't trust anything. These guys will take a peace treaty at the moment, so we should take it. So let's offer the peace treaty. And we can extract some resources from them. They don't have any bronze. We could probably just get some... I mean, we need wood more than food. But I have 3 armies right now, and we're going to be a little bit low on food. So I'm going to do a single barter here and just try and demand, you know, whatever little bit of food we can get off of them. Probably a couple thousand. More than that. Try for 3,000. Okay, just barely off. So 2,900. There we go. So we can probably get them to hand us 2,900 food. Because I might be in the negative on food for a while, fielding all these armies. And then I can get them out of my way for a minute. So that is a deal worth it. Now I can focus on Oilius' remaining settlement here. So that's good. Let's end this turn. And then once his faction's out of the way, the Corinthians are kind of being annoying, and I'd like to see where they're operating from, or just take this army and deal with those ones that are behind me. Like I said, I just want to consolidate things here. Oh, great. Here's another war I didn't want. We're going to call Sparta in to help, so it's a good thing we got rid of one war, because we just got another. These idiots. Let's go get rid of Oileus' faction, because then at least he won't be able to come back yet again. We lost some cult level to Artemis. No big deal. No big deal. Ares is still top tier cult level. I have no reason to increase the cult level of Zeus. I'm not going to get anything beneficial from it at the moment. So I'm just going to leave it alone. Alright, so let's go finish these losers. And this one has a port, so we should be able to fully build here. Look at them trying to raise new armies here. Keep themselves alive. This should be the end of their faction, I hope, unless they just have some settlement sitting around somewhere. Guy got a good neck stabbing. Really, I lost a unit of heavy infantry. That is so irritating because it's so bullcrap.
Victory is assured.
I hate the auto-resolve sometimes. Did I say sometimes? Because I meant all the time. Alright, Air. It's alright. It's okay. Let's try not to let the hate flow any deeper. Alright, well, like I said, I think that's going to be the end of Oilius' faction. So at least they're gone. I could make a safe haven with my spy. Question is, where do I make it? Probably here. So I'm going to have to walk through... Well, no. Let's see where the path leads. So the road here... Go either way. I'm going to make a safe haven... Actually, I can't march around that settlement, so that's not a great place. Let's make the safe haven... Can't march around that settlement either. Go around it this way. Get down here and fight these guys. So let's... I guess go ahead and put the safe haven here for now. Island Club Warriors or Heavy Sword Skirmishers. I like the Sword Skirmishers a lot more, obviously. Let's build the tier 2 Islander shack here. So now I can get my unit back, and I may put even more heavy units into that army, even though it's going to drive me further into the negative. I've got to get pretty serious about having forces where we can't get pushed back as easy. We can't afford to be pushed back right now. Let's go ahead and go garrison at Ithaca. And we can start recruiting on the next turn. And this small army in behind me from the Corinthians. Some other armies here. Oh, sorry there. I had to stop recording for a moment because I needed to go help my family with something. When I came back, I actually moved Odysseus' army and then assigned a couple of skill points. You didn't miss anything big, so this is only a few moments after you last saw what was going on, but I forgot to hit the record button, and then I talked for probably like a minute and realized that I wasn't recording, so good thing I caught myself before I went much further. Yeah, nothing else you missed. You were pretty much up to speed there. Alright, here comes the suicide run for this faction. The auto-resolve's probably going to cheat me some here, but I really don't feel like having to mess with this. Yeah, it says he got 40 kills. I don't know, I guess it's not that bad. Why is he alive still, though? Yeah, I can't defend that, so lose this settlement. I don't know whether they'll sack it or actually claim it. It looks like they took it. Now the Corinthians somehow got an army up behind me at Arne, which is the one that I just went to upgrade. They do have a couple of decent infantry, but we outnumber them, and I have an archer lord that's good at killing infantry targets, so I'm gonna fight this one and see if we can keep the Corinthians from gaining any advantage here. Kind of like death by 1,000 small cuts right now with all the wars we have going on. We're winning any decisive engagement we get into, but we're not able to... How do we want to fight these guys? They're going to be discharging a lot of javelins at me, because they can. I'll leave my lord up here facing forward. And I'll take a couple of pot shots at their infantry as it approaches. Then I'm kind of thinking... We kind of have like a javelin meat shield here, and then put our own units on each flank. So we want to lure the enemy in here. They'll javelin bait onto this unit. Allowing me to get my own javelin tosses in. Like this, probably. And then I'll hold some reinforcing spears on either flank. Let's try this. So this should lure the enemy forward with the draw of my hero right here. As they come forward, my preferred target would be heavy sword skirmishers, but I'll take any infantry unit that's in range. At first, it's going to be these young spears. I'm not thrilled that they're charging forward with the young spears, because that won't allow me to get the best engagement against their sword skirmishers, unfortunately. Should be some good archer shots coming. Oh yeah, I got multiple kills on the first one. More kills there, so we already racked up 12 kills. Our arrow is kind of like a ballista. Ooh, we've got some good ones there too. Let's see if we can get off one more. I want to get all the kills we can get. Yeah, we can get one more volley in. The 24 kills. Okay, let's fall back. I was a little late on the fallback.
Your hero is under attack.
They can fire while moving, so it's gonna hurt. Good thing is I'm gonna get some nice retribution on their young spears. Okay, hold on a minute. You're on a skirmish mode. Why are you going forward towards the enemy that's approaching? Sometimes, like, I just cannot say CA please enough. Alright, so we're gonna cause the mire right here. I keep falling back with my lord. I don't really want to keep firing at will with these light sword skirmishers. I need to flank charge the heavies. And there comes the flank. Let's get their heavy island skirmishers. And I'm gonna just start firing into the blob with my lord. Even outflanked, these heavy sword skirmishers are gonna be difficult to deal with. I'm actually kind of just... I think I'm gonna take this... I think I'm gonna take this young spear and pursue the heavy island skirmisher, and then get my own javelins into a better firing position. Yeah. Because then if I can get my javelins in behind these heavy sword skirmishers, I'm gonna gain a large advantage. Get caught in melee, just keep walking through, keep walking through, keep walking through. I turn around and point blank. Right here. Our infantry is struggling. But these ambushers... How did these guys run through me and then get to my ambushers? That is an extreme convenience for the AI, and I'm extremely irritated at it. We've got to keep the javelin pressure up here.
Your warriors are rallying.
Okay, our lord has been firing away. He hasn't gotten a ton more kills yet. These units routing through us are causing us an issue, as I can't discharge javelins while they're running through me at the moment. Come on, just get deployed. I can't seem to get this unit drug out here. There we go. We've got to get these heavy sword skirmishers dead. They need to be deady sword skirmishers. And my javelins are taking their sweet time shooting here, even though they have an excellent position to fire from. Just hit them. Like, I mean, it is wide open. There we go. Thank you.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Alright, so we were able to defend against the Corinthians. And the ambushers were absolutely critical to that, or else we wouldn't have been able to defeat the heavy sword skirmishers. Take the replenishment. Where the Corinthians showed up with this army, like, I guess the Corinthians just planted troops randomly across the map because they came into my home province. Why would I care if you join the war against them? I guess Sarpedon is my antagonist now. Which means that they are going to try and come after unguarded settlements as well. And although Pythia should be an ally with me, they're not interested because no one can explain it, just because CA please.
We can take
Let's see. I'm gonna need some more units in this army to help take out the Corinthians. I'm gonna need a few of these heavies. It's gonna drive me into the negative, but it is what it is. I'm gonna grab a few slingers just to have some range. So yeah, it's gonna drive me further into the negative, but we're just gonna have to make it work. Don't really have a choice. Let's take this spy. Poison the well. Successful. Why this is still alive is utterly ridiculous and makes no sense. Alright, so Oilius' faction is no more.
Our triumph was
So our greasy enemy is defeated. But I was forced to trespass in the process.
onward we go.
I'm going to push further all the way up to this point. So we can march through to Oita a little bit quicker. We've got the next skill point available to us. We can reduce attrition, or we can get extra treasure looted and captives after a battle. Plus 20 influence after a victory, doubled if battle captives are killed. That could be really handy at helping to convert provinces as well. Casualty replenishment when raiding. Now that's... Jeez, that's also really good, because then you could make income and replenish in enemy territory. Dang. Both these are pretty decent. Really decent, actually. Wish we could get both. We can't, though. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to pick the one I did. I've moved up with Odysseus, so there's no further to go. We're recruiting here. Got a settlement upgrade available. I'll go ahead and make this upgrade because it'll make it more difficult for the enemy to defeat me. And we've still got new construction available. I'm not interested in the other construction at the moment. I think it's just time for us to end another turn here and see what happens. I'm going to grab me some water while this one is going. Ajax wants a non-aggression pact. He's at war with Mycenae and Sparta. He's on pretty friendly terms. Wait, what? Oh, military ally. He's not at war with them. Okay, no, we want this then. I was looking at the wrong row for who he was at war with. Alright. Let's see what we get. Hopefully no further setbacks on this turn end. Boeotians want a non-aggression pact. I don't know why I would care about this at the moment. Okay. Federations, Seeds of Descent, raiding. Let's get busy. So Odysseus has a good opportunity to retake Techmon. Sounds like some kind of Digimon home city. I'm gonna go ahead and fight this battle, just so that I can minimize losses from the auto-resolve. It's actually going to be easily winnable. Like I said, we want to minimize our losses here, so sometimes you just need to control these. There are times where some of these choke point battles are rather difficult, but I don't expect that this one's going to be. I like to put some light infantry behind my heavy infantry, so that as we break in... Oh, whoops, I can't put my spearmen over there. These guys cannot vanguard. I'm gonna hide them here in these trees, and then I'll decide which way to push them. Got a lot of javelin men over here, and then I've got a giant vanguard. Let's actually vanguard deploy the giants and the javelins over here, and see if we can kind of like just decimate the enemy. Some good action there, and I'll send Send the Griffin to support this direction. Odysseus is now here. Push him up. We've got these Spartoi. I could send them over here with the Giants. Well, we've got the Griffin and the Spears. Let's just take the Spartoi right up the gut here. Okay, yeah, this'll work. Push up. Push up over here. Alright. So we're gonna let things get started here. Enemy spears are gonna take an absolute bath in javelins here. It's gonna be rather ugly for them. Bring these two units around a little. We're taking some slinger fire in this vicinity, so I'm gonna go ahead and push in here.
The foe has
And then on our javelin front, here comes the enemy. I'm gonna let my guys skirmish back. Send my vanguard and spear runners into here. Take the Griffin. I don't want to fire at will now because I got my own friendlies in there. So the giant vanguard's gonna head in. Can't heal them while they're in combat, but I'll land in here and help seal the deal, and then I'll take the Griffin back out of that fight and swing around for another cycle charge. Oh, we got blobbed here on the Club Warriors. Routed their general. Take one light unit and chase their general, and then give the other one an attack order on those. Alright, ready to swing. Let's get our Spartoi. Move up here, Hydra Priest. Odysseus, move up. Alright, Griffin, let's go have a snack.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Who's losing heart? Over here, I guess. Push on through that blob. Gonna cut through some slingers that are blocking my path over here. It shouldn't be too difficult. Push this direction. Spartoi move up. Odysseus and Hydra Priest move up. Alright, got one break here. Let's keep the Griffin. Work those axemen. Alright. We're looking at being in pretty good shape here. A little bit of healing. This blob is not breaking quickly, which is kind of irritating. My Griffin's just kind of standing back here fighting with like one little model at a time. I'm gonna try and do another cycle charge here. See if we can get a better hit. I want him to really clock down right in the middle of there. Get up in there. There he goes. Now he's getting more damage done. Multiple units getting hit by a splash. So that should be more effective. Alright, let's push on through here. Odysseus can hit the slingers. Spartoi and heavy sword skirmishers can start pushing towards the victory points. Hydra Priest will send you to support. Actually, I might be able to use the poison ritual here. The Hydra Priest to get rid of those.
Alright,
keep pushing it up. Just got a nice break over here, so again, I'm gonna start pushing a lot of my units deeper in the settlement. Hydra Priest has moved up. Let's get these slingers. You'll see this up close. It's a pretty cool looking effect. Alright, so they're done. Got some nice damage done to them. That's it in the battle. So, a clear victory at Techmon. And no real significant damage to any of my units, which is kind of what I expected. Occupy here.
Persistence is rewarded.
Excellent. So Techmon back in our control. It is just wood, which is not particularly valuable to me at the moment, but it's a settlement the enemy doesn't have to use against me. Then that's going to leave the Dorians kind of scattered and rolling around. They even have any settlements? Like,
I am too old for your tricks.
they have no interest in a peace treaty at all. Minus 10,006. Okay. Again, that makes total sense. They're weak and are basically defeated, but will not consider surrender under any circumstances. I don't know, maybe it's a faction trait. I have no idea. Maybe there is an explanation for it somewhere deep inside. Let's see, where is my... No, not missions. Where's my freaking diplomacy at? You don't even have any settlements. What a joke. So they have no settlements. Alright. That's irritating. This army's ready to set sail, so let's set sail. How did these guys lose troops? Or did they just make a new army here and take the other one somewhere else? That one sounds like the more likely scenario.
Not happening.
Keep that army on the move. This army, I need to stop over in this province and recruit.
Get moving.
It's going to be trespassing, which is, I guess, kind of regrettable in some ways, but not wildly regrettable.
Victory is assured.
And it's going to drive me further into the negative, but I'm okay with it. The stronger this army gets, the better. I might as well get even more of these guys, honestly, while we're here.
My weapons are keen.
Okay. Alright. So I need that army to be tankier. We've got to be able to cut through more. Let's take a look at our royal decrees. We're about to finish this one that increases the melee attack of light infantry. I think I'm going to then spend the food on this one to get the reduced upkeep. Every little bit will help. So we'll take what we can get. Okay, I think we are ready to end another turn here. We need a lot of heavy infantry if we're going to be able to tank through, you know, a lot of enemy armies, sometimes multiple armies. We're going to need plenty of heavy infantry to get the hacking work done. And so as much as the upkeep's going to hurt us, we've got to focus on getting plenty of heavy sword skirmishers where we can and when we can. That faction that just made peace with me is like using all their agent actions against me. What these guys got? They got a lot of javelins. Is it going to give me the victory? No, it's going to give me a defeat, unfortunately. I'm going to fight it. I'm probably going to lose, but see if I can kill a bunch of enemies. Try and find a good defensible position on the map. The problem's going to be their skirmishers. I mean, we might be able to bottleneck up all their infantry and have a good time of it, but their skirmishers are going to be problematic. And they're all split up, too. Like, their skirmishers are on multiple... Oh, this is a walled settlement. Never mind. Never mind. Didn't realize this was walled. We actually probably have a fair chance of holding this. All they have is a ram to try and batter down the gates. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to put some javelins here to punish the enemies that come up from that direction. Some javelins here. I want these slingers to be able to get some shots. Maybe right here would be good. I just need a spear unit to be ready in case they break through a gate with one of their pieces of equipment. And then we kind of want to take everything else. I have one unit up on the walls over here. I can't afford this many units over here. I'm gonna have to focus one side over the other, just to start with at least. It's a bit of a jog to get from one side of the battle to the other as well. There we go. Give our hero good reach. I'm gonna kind of hold this unit in reserve at the moment. Yeah, let's just hold it in reserve at the moment, and I'll see where I need to deploy it to. We can cause quite a lot of damage to the enemy with our missiles from up here. It's kind of what I'm counting on, is to see how much we can get done. Siege battles can be pretty costly for the person trying to make their way up the walls. The rams, I think, can just make holes in the wall as well.
Your warriors have spotted hidden foes.
We'll have to watch and see what they do. Our slingers should do very well because they've got the wall position. I want my ambushers to get this unit of renowned club warriors because they are shieldless. Quite vulnerable. See, our towers are already causing a lot of damage. And then our javelins should also be able to cause significant damage here.
Your hero is under attack.
Okay, let's just kind of see how things are lining up. It looks like they may want to batter a wall down right over here. I may need that extra infantry over here for now. I don't know if the AI is going to resort to ladders or not. Our slingers are getting some work done. And we dealt some serious damage to these renowned club warriors.
Have a foothold on your walls.
Yep, they are going to resort to ladders right here, so let's go counter them. I want my slings to start focusing those javelin throwers while my javelins start working the unit that's operating the ram.
The enemy attacks the gates.
Indeed they do. So this isn't perfect for us at the moment, but it's not bad. We've done a lot of damage to the enemy, like a considerable amount of damage. Javelin throwers. These spearmen have no prayer of winning that fight. They're not doing anything with this ram at the moment. They're just climbing the walls. My heavy sword skirmishers are inbound. I'm actually going to sit back and let them toss all of their javelins here.
The foe has sighted your hidden units. The city gates have been destroyed.
Okay, I imagine the AI is going to go all in for these gates now, so I'm going to bring those spearmen down. Oh yeah, the AI is taking considerable damage over here. They don't have anything left to operate the ram. This is looking good for me at the moment. Looking quite good. And I'm getting a lot of nice javelin tosses on their units as they're up here on the wall. I want this extra spear unit to come in here. You all stay in defensive.
The enemy is trying to capture the gate.
Defensive. I really want to do some damage to these renowned club warriors. Then I'll come attack them where they're coming off the wall down here. Yeah, this is good. This is okay. Alright, they had to bring up some slingers to try and operate the ram.
The foe's siege equipment has been destroyed.
Oh yeah, that's good news. Yeah, these guys are in trouble now, but somehow their lord glitched through the gate. I don't really understand how that happened, but he glitched through the gate.
Slingers ready. Moving up. Forward.
That's kind of irritating. I need my lord down from here to come help elsewhere.
Ready to serve.
Alright, I gotta focus this unit. We've got a fight on our hands over here. They're using Wild Hunt. It won't really help them much here. Our spears are actually doing decent work against this enemy fighter Ravager. I'm gonna kind of dogpile on him with my
On the move.
hero and see if we can get him out of here rather quickly. We just want to fight on the walls here too. So this unit can now come down. Ooh, we take damage fast. Oh, but it worked.
Close enough to
They got rid of their fighter Ravager there. And that's going to do it. So we're going to hold. I did not think this would be winnable based on what I saw. I didn't realize that this was a walled settlement. Walled settlements are considerably easier to defend because whoever's attacking the walls is going to take a considerable disadvantage, especially if they're using ladders and rams. Siege towers change the equation a little, but ladders and rams they leave the attacker at a big disadvantage. You're going to need extreme, troop differential in order to pull that off. So that's going to be a big deal, the fact that we can hold there. I don't know why you want military access, but I'm not giving it to you. Same here. Alright. So we finished our research. Ares' cult level went down, but it shouldn't matter too much. I could push it back up, but I don't think there's anything up at the top tier that... It gives me extra charge. Well, I mean, plus 10 to charge, and Heroes Frightened in battle. It could be good. I'll go ahead and push Ares back up. Make sure it's not on Hera. Wonder how many, accidental hecatombs people have done to Hera. Alright, so... Good news. Gotta come attack here. We need to do it before they get even more forces. And I need Odysseus to further clean up over here. This guy's probably gonna just run away. Nope. Fine with me. This is the end of their faction right here.
Hold nothing back.
Good riddance. Alright, a decisive victory. I'm going to take the replenishment. So the Dorians are destroyed. That's my favorite kind of Dorians. Now I can... I'm going to start a force march here, or a march. I want to get down here in as few turns as possible. Alright, so... got some enemies from out behind us. Out from behind us, I should say. I'm going to take this archer chariot. Give Odysseus the ability to move around and maybe do a little more damage to infantry blobs. We got our recruiting done over here, which again has driven us much more into the hole with some of our resources, but it'll be worth it in terms of the extra strength we pick up against our foes here.
Show no fear.
We take Oita. We should get some food from winning the battle too to help offset some of the food losses, but I have a pretty large store of food.
Let us occupy it.
Alright, this is good. Alright, our spy. Let's go do some looky-looky. See what we've got down here. Remember that Poison the Well on this spy actually wounds the hero that is in the army as well. But it's very, very useful. Still got a few Corinthians up here, but they're kind of trapped behind enemy lines. I don't think they're going to find any particularly easy target up here. Ergo, I'm not very concerned about them at the moment.
The helping hand of fate.
Let us do some Murmurs of Sedition here.
The unseen threat is the hardest to combat.
Just want to keep leveling the spy up. He's been very, very useful. I normally really don't lay much into agents on the campaign map, but this guy has been very useful. So we can increase his chance of success and growth in a province, or we can do this one, which does extra damage to a garrison. Ooh, we get extra gold. Let's do this one. Instigator, that should be fun. Royal Decree is available. This one's going to cost me some food, but I'm going to do it because it's going to drop my overall upkeep cost. By a good amount. Settlement upgrades. I'm more worried about settlement upgrades right now than I am some of these other ones. Yeah, this one's way off on its own. We should upgrade it. It's in this turn. Why is it that that music to me almost has kind of an African ring to it? I like it. It's a good soundtrack right there, but like it kind of has, it's like kind of like an African ring to it. These guys want to barter some stone with me, and they're offering me wood for quite a while. That's fine. This is okay. Plus, it'll hopefully make Agamemnon be more likely to not declare war on me in the future. All right, where to next? So I feel good. We had a little bit of a dicey situation starting to crop up, meaning we were too many wars, people getting behind us, lots of potential issues that could have gotten us into a slog. These guys are now offering a bunch of wood in order to gain a peace treaty, but there's no reason for me to grant this to them because now they're trapped. So I'd be letting them off easy only to attack me later, so no. Alright, so the Boeotians, who I didn't deal with earlier, are now going to declare war. Alright, don't really understand why, but sure. Well, we've cleared out a couple wars. Got a new one. Alright, the rationing did help. It helped a lot. It helped reduce how much I was bleeding in upkeep by quite a bit, so that was worth it. And then as we start to fix a few things up, then this should leave us in good shape. This army is now in a good position to retake Hyri.
Don't hold back.
No reason to actually fight this. We can just auto-resolve it.
Send them packing.
Alright, so that is going to be successful. Reoccupy our settlements, and let's see how much damage they did to it. Screwed up the buildings. So I'm going to have to rebuild that and redo this. I should be able to get out of the negative on bronze, though, which is always good. I can pick up a little bit of food with some of those buildings. See, we don't get... Oh, we get the high influence bonus now over here. That's huge. That makes this upgrade pretty big for food. We can upgrade this one as well, which again is another, not as big, but still a nice big boost. So the next few turns we should see our food issues start to stabilize as well, and the bronze should get taken care of as soon as we finish repairing Hyri. I'm gonna do a poison the well here.
Even the greatest army has weaknesses.
Failed, which is unfortunate. Not the end of the world. Bring this army up and hold position. An ambush. And see what our next skill point is going to be. Casualty replenishment when raiding, I think, is what we wanted. We could just push forward and raid here.
Agreed.
I'm How much does raiding take? It requires 50% of our movement, so we actually can't. I'm going to stick with the ambush.
Set an ambush.
And Odysseus speed marching down here. We've got enemies, like here's the Corinthians. I remember where Athena is way back over here, mostly. Is that some... No, it's not their territory, it's a different faction who just kind of looks like them a little. Next turn we can take this army and go be useful somewhere else as well. That royal decree is finished. I'm going to go ahead and tank some more food to get this extra replenishment rate. Replenishment can be kind of slow sometimes, and I'd like to fix it. Got commandments available to us. Alright, and unassigned skill points.
Command me.
Try the Frenzy ability. Haven't used that yet in this game. There we go. Ajax wants me to give him a bunch of bronze, and he'll give me a bunch of wood. I don't really want that right now, Ajax. Still running negative on bronze, so I'm not willing to get rid of a big store of it. They're offering me wood for bronze. No. Stone, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Well, here this faction shows up right when I don't want them to. Not likely we can win that, so I'm about to have to double back this direction to hold off the Boeotians. Wow, that was an axe straight to the schnoz. That couldn't have felt good. That cannot have felt good. Bush was foiled, probably by the agent that moved past us to do their thing. I'm gonna go get in the face of the Boeotians over here. Try and disincline them from coming further into my territory. Because Odysseus can now finish my threat against this faction. Then I'm gonna take my agent. Let's see if we can get rid of this enemy agent up here. It would have been good to do a poison the well, but we're not really ready to fight that army anyway, so let's...
Fighting fit.
Oh, I want my spy, please. Thank you.
One less obstacle.
Excellent. There we go. Alright, in a couple of turns we should see our food situation improve some. Let's see, bronze. I need the right bronze building here, so that'll help improve the bronze situation. Now, do the Corinthians have anybody else hanging out here behind me? There's an enemy territory right here that's held by the... I'll bet that's where they operated from. I'm gonna come find them. That is very odd. The Corinthians have this one province way back here. So I'm gonna go check that out. Okay. And then I've got Odysseus ready to attack on the next turn. This army is ready to attack on the next turn. Royal Decree is available. Gonna be replenishing faster. This is all agent focused, except this one helps medium infantry units. I don't know how many medium infantry units I have, but I mean, those are nice upgrades. I would like to do in my heavies, because I know I have heavies, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Start focusing that direction. Okay. Another thing that would help me a lot is having my high influence back over here. My key and influence is increasing. So priestess... Let's see the priestess. How come it will show me your stats here? want to see what the priestess is going to do. But I can't pin that over there where I can look at it. Sanding passive. Soothsayer. And see, I want to know whether Soothsayer can increase influence. No. I believe that's what I want. What happens if we recruit a priestess here? Favor of Artemis +1 per turn, faction-wide. It's 1 per turn, so it just depends on who they follow. I'm gonna go ahead. Well, this also costs extra food. Let's try it though.
I keep the rituals.
Just increases happiness. That sucks, actually. Increases favor in the temple. Yeah, this is kind of a pointless unit. Oh, I wish I could just disband it. Can we? Yes, I think we can. That's pointless. So, not gonna do much good for what I want right now, so we're just gonna disband it. Okay, construction available. Not worried. I think we've still... Yeah, we gotta end our turn to get any new movement points. So this is gonna be probably the last turn I take on this episode. I think we have made good progress for the most part. Sparta's out declaring new wars. Or no, we're getting war declared on us, oh well. And they started sailing an army towards me. Oh, we got another one to keep an eye on. Not interested, Macedon. They're gonna try and take another one of my unguarded settlements because they can't do anything else. And it even left the settlement they just took basically unguarded too, so I guess whatever. Do what you want there. Now we got attacked here by an army of Athena, and it says we're gonna lose. I disagree. I disagree entirely. So let's find out who's gonna lose. We hadn't fully replenished yet from this army. I didn't expect to see an Athenian army back here, but weirder things have happened. Alright, I can vanguard my heavy sword skirmishers, but we don't want to do that because then they'll be without support. We want to use our numbers to our advantage here and encircle the enemy. I don't think the enemy had a lot of ranged units either, but I could be wrong. Kind of move this way. I want to charge straight uphill at him. This should give me slightly better position to fight from. There we go. Let's fast forward. Enemy is bearing down on us. I'm going to target. Let's see if any of these guys are lacking a shield. They're not. Light spearmen are going to have the least armor though, so let's put a volley out there. It's not going to do a whole lot, and then I'll fall back with my Achaean slingers. The important thing here is that we match my own heavy sword skirmishers against theirs, so we don't get overwhelmed. Theirs are technically going to be better than mine, though, because of the XP chevrons. So the outflanking is going to be critical. to our efforts. Okay, let's... Not gonna be a lot of great units for me to start shooting at. I'll pick at their lord for a minute. Let's hit play. Want to get a full-on surrounding. Okay. Need a full surround here to help our militia, because our militia are not going to be good units. This heavy sword skirmisher. Let's shoot that heavy sword skirmisher because it's somewhat disengaged at the moment. So like I said, numbers are going to be our only real chance here, and to best use our numbers, we need the outflanking penalties against the enemy. Though it doesn't appear to have done much. I've totally outflanked, and I don't see a lot of morale drop amongst the enemy, unfortunately. In fact, one of my units is the one losing heart here. Take it and attack the next spot here. We did drive back some of their units in the middle, but I've also taken some losses. Our young spears do have a bonus versus a lot of different types of units, so hopefully it'll work. They're not strong though, like they're still pretty weak. I feel like we're overblobbed here. Let's take one of these heavies to help. And my lord to help here. This heavy sword skirmisher should come back to me relatively soon. Start eating into this light spearman a little.
Your hero is under attack.
Yes, he is, but he's a hero, so he'll have to handle himself. This is not good over here. I'm kind of losing this blob. It's slowly being wrapped up with the assistance of their hero and heavy infantry. And despite my having set up a very nice surrounding maneuver here, it's amounted to little. And then I surrounded over here too, but it's doing very little. The chevrons of the enemy may be playing a larger role than I would like here. Their lord has come to challenge me, and I don't think that's probably a good move for him. We deal quite a bit more damage than he does. So let's see here. I need my slingers to really be pouring it into this fight.
By Ares, your warriors are rallying.
Well, thank you, Ares. I could use their help. Okay. Now, my hero is taking some damage in this fight. He ought to be winning rather handily. I'm gonna go ahead and risk using this. He's in frenzy right now. We are taking a ton of damage from this guy, and we just shouldn't be. Like, our unit is just objectively better here. But we are getting absolutely...
Your warriors are rallying.
Look at the stats of my guy. He's massively debuffed. For some reason. I don't understand why he's so debuffed, but this is getting really frustrating. I don't fully understand what's happening in this battle right now. This warmonger should not be winning the fight against my fighter vanquisher. And fortunately, he didn't. I managed to rout him by the skin of my teeth here. Took a lot of damage in the process. Alright, that put some of his troops to rout, so that is good news for me. I was worried we were going to turn around and lose this here after having had a very good start as far as a maneuvering standpoint goes. This guy's shattered. I'm actually going to let him... Yeah, there he goes. I meant to let him go. This unit is not shattered, so give it chase. Just one unit, though. Our slingers were pretty important here. They managed to get a lot of damage in. Our militia or islanders are terrible, and I'm not surprised. They're bad units. I didn't expect them to be good. I'm just stating a fact. They're terrible. But we won. Unexpected battle against Athena here, which is going to require me to delay my move into Corinthian territory. Kind of go get refit. But at least we stopped this Athenian army from being effective against us. The Corinthians now want peace. And I could use less wars right now. And they're offering me a lot of wood. Let's counter-offer that. Okay, let's take it, because that's about the best we're going to get out of them. Nestor wants to offer me... No, I'm not really worried. Alright, well, we managed to get one more war taken care of and pick up a bunch of wood in the meantime, so it's a pretty successful episode. We managed to defend our interest.
Beyond my skills.
I feel like we should wipe out this... Well, no, let's let it go, because then they'll have to deal with having a weak army for longer. It's far from home for them. So let's just let it go. And at this point, we're now ready to move in with Odysseus and his army.
Hold nothing back.
Alright. Appreciate you all watching this one. It's a little bit long, but that's okay. We got some stuff done. Never hurts to get some work done. And I'll be back on the next episode where we're going to continue to try and clean things up here in Hellas so that we can get a foothold on the eastern shore and eventually go, like, actually fight Trojans, which I think is the point of this game.
Hold nothing back.
They just left these settlements wide open, so I'm just going to retake them. More victories for me. Alright, so that is where I'm going to end it. Puts us in a better position. We have to fight back against the Boeotians here. Their territory will soon be mine. They do have a food settlement down here. It doesn't have a port, though, unfortunately. It got me excited, but it doesn't have a port. But anyway, I will see you all in the next episode. HeirofCarthage, signing out for now.